Apologize, this is not usual. Our meetings we usually start pretty promptly, I would say. So I'll call this meeting to order at 7:20 p.m. This hearing before the New Britain Township Zoning Hearing Board is called to order. In preparation for our business this evening, I ask that everyone in attendance please silence your cell phones and place them in the do not disturb. For your information, this, like all township meetings, is being recorded and shared via virtual meeting. So some introductions. David Conroy is our New Britain Township Zoning Officer. TJ Walsh is a solicitor to the Zoning Hearing Board. Rose Schwam is our stenographer. John Farber is a member of the Zoning Hearing Board. Ryan Wentz is our member of the Zoning Hearing Board. And I, Scott Fisher, am chairing the meeting tonight, also a member of the Zoning Hearing Board. The New Britain Township Zoning Hearing Board is a quasi-judicial body required by statute of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and created by the New Britain Township Board of Supervisors. This board is charged with the single responsibility of providing due process to the citizens of New Britain Township to appeal zoning and engineering decisions made by the township. The zoning ordinance was created and is maintained by the New Britain Township Board of Supervisors. The Zoning Hearing Board has no jurisdiction over the contents of the zoning ordinance. We ask that any concerns regarding the contents of the zoning ordinance be directed to the Board of Supervisors. This proceeding or proceedings shall be conducted in a manner similar to that of a court proceeding, and all testimony shall be recorded by the stenographer. All affected parties shall have an opportunity to present factual testimony this evening, and all testimony must be given under oath. Only the facts and testimony presented to the board during this hearing will be considered. The board will first hear the applicant's presentation of their case. The board expects the applicant to state the unnecessary hardship, how the proposal will not be detrimental to the public welfare, and any other grounds the applicant believes support the application. The board will also hear from any other individuals who wish to become parties to this hearing. After the testimony has concluded, the board will hear from anyone who simply wishes to make a statement or to ask a question that is relevant to the hearing. TJ, do you want to, I guess we can forego party status.
No, let's have Mr. Conroy for the public.
Okay, so Conroy, can you please read the notice of the public record or the public properties on the record, please?
Just for
The application of Terry Bell for the property located at 6 Clover Lane, New Britain Township, Bucks County, Pennsylvania, identified as tax map parcel number 26-24-57. The property is located in the RR residential zoning district. Property is improved with a single-family detached residential dwelling, use 2:1. The applicant proposes an accessory in-ground non-commercial swimming pool, use H4. The applicant seeks a variance from New Britain Township zoning ordinance section 27-902B to allow an impervious surface ratio of 27.9%, where the current ratio is 26.6%, and the maximum ratio permitted by right is 5%.
Okay, please, yes.
The board exhibits are as follows. Exhibit B1 is the hearing board application. Included with it is a list of property owners and feet, current deed for the property, and the floodplain viewer that is handwritten with some previous. Exhibit B2 is a hand-drawn site plan. Exhibit B3 is a letter from Intelligencer. Exhibit B4 is the public notice that was just read into the record. Exhibit B5 is proof that that notice was published on the April 4th, the April 11th, 2024 editions of the Intelligencer. Exhibit B6 is the township list of property owners that are within 500 feet of the property that's the subject of the application, together with an aerial map showing the property. Exhibit B7 is an affidavit of mailing. The notice of this hearing was mailed to those property owners listed on Exhibit B6. The notice was mailed on April 11th, 2024 by David Conroy. Exhibit B8 is an affidavit posting. Notice it was posted on the property. That notice of the hearing was posted on April 11th, 2024 by David Conroy. With that affidavit, he attached a photograph of the notice. Lastly, Exhibit B9, Bucks County floodplain viewing map parallel. Before we get started, I just got a slight discussion discussion. Before the hearing started, off the record, summarized it. So that I remarks, if they're okay to proceed under the circumstances. So the board, for many top years, have operated as a three-member board. In March, the township's board of supervisors, the elected officials, adopted an ordinance to increase the size of the board from 3 to 5. We have been given not a written opinion, but we've been given an informal opinion. So forth. So we're willing to proceed under informal opinion from the township. Despite the fact that the vacancy filled the ordinance that increases effective March 9th, but the supervisors intended for not to increase to take place until the vacancy filled. So, as we've mentioned off the record, so we started. Yeah, all the applicants are entitled to a full hearing, all 5 members. That is what you would want. We do. In the hearing for 5 members. Our understanding is you're willing to proceed under the circumstances. Okay. Having said that, we'll proceed. I'll also note that for the non-parties who are attending to this hearing, there's one individual who's supposed to be here as an observer, and he doesn't seek party status, so I don't even bother to prepare a room. So if we can have you both sworn, and the chair will be able to consider this. Sorry.
Do you swear testimony about the day will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Please both to the state your names. Second.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm sure both people do.
Moving forward, so. Mr. Apple and Ms. Marks, you may present your case to the board.
We are looking for variance. And we bought the house. It's currently over the 20%. We bought the house. Nothing big about that. And so that we weren't liable for that. So we're just looking for the extra variance.
When you looked at possible pool sizes, dimension, design, is there any way that you can consider a small pool to get within the 25% or minimize the increase of it?
I mean, it's not necessarily that large, but it's a big, it's rectangular, which I think is what it really is.
Pull over the reason process. Which one, the work.
Scaping around it or paving around it or
Concrete, the intention is just that, just around it.
That's all that's needed to complete the code.
That's just,
You have a.
just
That's critical.
yes.
So, we're putting hardscape around, but also we just increase.
Right now, there's no paper with parts.
Is there currently a pool on the property or?
Yes.
Okay.
We were aware we needed that we needed to have a permit for that. And then when we were looking at the deck stuff, we sort of realized. So trying to fix what's happening.
It was, David knows that I was telling him Ryan originally, he no longer with, and he's like, well, we already have it, I go. So we're trying to correct that.
what do you know what the current impervious surface is on the property?
It's 26.6. That translates to,
35%.
yeah, I'm trying to think in terms of garden.
What planning to do this?
Your lot is 22,613 square feet, 25% would be around 5653. You're at 621. 367 with it, that's something right?
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, it's a while since I did those numbers.
That's where I was looking.
Okay. So you're 367 square feet over the pipe, where you said lot was like,
Yeah. We have
Yeah,
it.
the only thing.
now the full would have an additional 288.
Yes.
The main concern with hardscapes, or any kind of hardscape. There's other concerns. Could you talk a little bit about stormwater conditions, problems that are properties, or any existing facilities that are there?
When we bought the property, we had, you're standing at the front of our, looking at the front of our house, the back right corner of our property was soaking wet from just the drainage coming down from the rest of the properties. We've already put in the swamp oak in that area, suction out. Other things, we're trying to mitigate some of that excessive water that's currently there.
Would you say all the water into that general direction from the rear of the property?
Yeah, because that's where the creek is, so I think everything's kind of drainage that way.
What's behind you?
So if you're at the back of the house looking directly behind us, there's like a. So the push area and then another house. Should be right, would be where the creek was, and it's filled up, there's neighbor and awkward angle. from the neighbor.
It looks like if I'm standing in the cul-de-sac, creek is like this. And this other house, you said, so the water running to the rear and to the right.
Yeah, kind of between those two houses, it's definitely where most of the water seems to go toward to go.
Indian Creek, is it always wet or?
The creek is, there's always water in that creek area, which because on the other side of the creek, all the houses also slope down too as well. So it looked like maybe that was put there as the water management sort of from when they put the development in. That's at least the best our guess has been all along.
That was planted, so that you have facilities.
We have like a kids play thing with rubber mulch, but water goes right through that. I have a garden. And
It's
there's
just
nothing.
the raised
that's,
beds and they just put stone down on top of grass. It's like an inch thick, so it's.
And we did a garden kind of thing in the front with a lot of plants, and magnolia tree. Yeah.
Would you be simple with have to put it into a creative fence? In the condition of this building, consider it. I do have stormwater mitigate this condition. Access that's there already, we'll address that. That's the piece that will count for your removal already. Not you, the property. So that's sometimes not picked up by the stormwater. Stormwater, which is what am I putting into that? The board, they might pick up what's there, which wasn't accounted for. And we asked this, the board will oftentimes has a condition to ask the engineer to look at it. But that's, you're not talking about a lot. So would you be willing to consider something?
We would need to get an engineer, definitely.
Not definitely. You would have to talk to the township's staff. Sure.
It is anything between 0 and 500 square feet of impervious that you add, you need to add a tree as opposed to anything between 500 and 1,000, you get 2 trees, anything over 1,000. You need to actually do a stormwater. So that's just, what it states in our state.
I had seen that when I was trying to prep and plan for all this. Does it matter where the truth is? I couldn't really get a sense of.
As long as it's on your property.
Okay.
So you're saying that my way back to.
You can make it later.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
I-
100% means
she picks,
correct.
that's the deal.
Correct.
Yes, so even though you have planted in there, the landscaping plan. You would say that maybe a few more plants in this area,
Mhm.
even though Mr. Conway has indicated gap in work would be beneficial, that would be the recommendation. So planting something uphill.
Yeah.
What's the name?
That's what pumps are.
Gravity's another meaning. Anyway, okay, so that would be agreeable in the context of how Mr. Conway explained. Absolutely. Those are what I'm doing. So do you have any comment or question in the back? This is kind of the opportunity if you had anything you would say.
No. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let's go off the record.
Huddle up right here.
I know, great.
All right, words deliberated, recommended motion would be to grant the variance as requested, subject to the condition. The applicants review the plan with the applicant for installing 2 plants or trees in locations recommended by the council to satisfy any.
Do we have a motion? I'll make that motion. Can you second that motion? No, you make it.
You make it.
I'll make it.
Okay. All those in favor? Approving the motion as presented?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, you have your relief. You'll get a written decision within 45 days of today, and we'll continue to submit paperwork. And learn from this hearing what we're going to need to do while we're doing this. Right? That's good luck.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. So our first hearing is adjourned. Okay. All right, next we'll have 121 Brittany Drive. Mr. Conroy, could you please read? One second. Conroy, would you please read the notice and put the application on record?
Application of Paul Parsons for the property located at 121 Brittany Drive in Britain Township, Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Identified as tax map parcel number 26-7-5. Property is located in the RR residential zone. Property is included with a single family detached residential dwelling. The applicant proposes an addition to the dwelling. Applicant seeks variances from the following sections of the A, from section 27-902B to allow a side yard setback of 15 feet 7 inches, where the required minimum setback is 25 feet, and B, from section 27-902B to allow a rear yard setback of 55 feet, where the required minimum setback is 7.
Parsons, again, before I, read the board, so I'll give you the same courtesy description. You've heard my description. Procedural nature of this, what's going on, sort of numbers, it's my understanding you also would like to see the this thing?
Right.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, the board's exhibit are as follows. Exhibit B1 is a zoning hearing board application, and with it is current deed from 2019. Exhibit B2 is a hand-drawn site plan. Exhibit B3 is a letter to the intelligencer. Exhibit B4 is a public notice that was just read into the record. Exhibit B5, proof that that notice was published in the April 4 and April 11, 2024 edition. Exhibit B6 is the township list property removal of 500 feet of the property that's subject to the application, together with an area map showing the location of the property. Exhibit B7 is an affidavit of mailing. The notice of this hearing was mailed to the property owners on Exhibit B6. That notice was mailed on April 11, 2024 by David. Exhibit B8 is an affidavit. The notice of hearing was also posted on the property on April 11, 2024 by David Conroy. Together with that affidavit, Mr. Conroy has attached a photograph. Lastly, 59. Something viewer, Ashton Harrell. Okay. Those are the board.
Thank you. The court reporters, please swear in Mr. Parsons.
You swear testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth and fact.
Yes.
Just state your name.
All Parsons. Okay. Martha, you may present your case.
So we're just looking to add a master suite above a single one and a half front, 6.2 to take those dimensions on something that's comfortable and then base it on the fact that other homes in the neighborhood have similar additions. So then also you can do the maps and see what their possible side yards are and such. So one a little bit smaller than some, a little bit bigger than others. Just trying to get more space for the family, for your kids. And stay here for a little bit longer as long as we can. Space to survive. I do have, I guess it'd be a hardship kind of, because it's a drainage pipe that runs through the road to our back, through our side yard on the right hand side and facing up back. So we couldn't do it over there, no matter what. Well, that slide space was good with the existing driveway.
So it's quite wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it on the right.
Yeah, if you're looking into our backyard, it's on the right hand side.
Okay,
So if you're facing the street, it's on the left.
Facing the street,
Yes.
but facing, in the street, facing the house.
Facing your house, it's to the right of your name, or to the right of your house.
Yes.
Between, and that's, the house is closest to you, correct?
Yes, that would be the first.
It's the opposite side from your driveway.
Opposite side.
So, yeah, so it's the opposite side of where the development addition.
Exactly. So that's why I picked that side and then just going up. Opposite.
I mean, with the floor on,
Second.
so it might be fatal to the home.
Yeah, exactly, because I don't think that that house is probably short. So,
You know who's building your house?
Cotton.
Yes, he did.
Cotton. It's yeah, cotton. It's very famous here.
He's got a park named for him.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, it's a two-story addition?
No, it'll be technically, I guess, it's a garage and then above that would be our master suite.
Okay. Do you have an attached floor?
It's below. So they're raised ranches, so we have a walkout basement. So we can drive under our house to.
So this would be a head of the proposed trading garage,
Exactly.
and then you say a master suite, is that gonna be living space or bedroom?
It's gonna be, yeah, bedroom, so it's gonna be master bedroom, closet and bath.
With existing parking garage area, with the living space?
No, that'll actually be left open underneath. So the one side, so there's two garages. One side will be still a full garage. The other side will be walled off to the existing garage, but will still be open to the. Yes.
Another question, so property.
Yeah, from what they've done, there's plots that. You say.
As far as area. Yeah. You're, third of an acre. That's 15,000 square feet. So. But in your garage is an acre, so you're 30,000.
Existing setbacks already for the rear setback 68 feet.
Yep.
And the one side. So it's already,
It's already not.
Right,
conforming.
right.
It's already not conforming.
Yeah.
As it.
because of the retrofit.
It's
So probably 25, just to put fire in. Yeah, it is.
Did
25.
you do this impervious surface calculations for the existing and?
You could, was in there.
I did it, I calculated it, yeah, I always check that. Sure.
I think we're slightly.
You know, I think it was not actually on your zoning permit application, all those calculations, so.
If you're
It was in
over,
my office. I don't think they're over.
no, you're over it beyond the application.
Yeah.
Pointed out, you're under your phone.
Yeah, I would have added. To that.
You may still have to stormwater. That covers. Just depending on the size of the addition. If you're 20 by 22, that's 22 by 22, so you're probably care under 500 feet.
Now, does that include, so also off the back corner, that would be a patio. The patio, is that included? As well?
You may not need a setback variance for that, but that will be included for the purpose.
Yeah.
You don't have those figures yet. You need to put those together. You may have to come back.
We'll take a look at this.
But you want to include at least this.
I'm just clarifying the pictures online, you're gonna build where you plan to build, where your driveway is.
Exactly. So like,
Would
I
be-
think
would be-
2/3 of it would be on the existing.
Really?
Mhm.
They have this already listed in previous purpose regs. And are you, which garage bay, the front one, is that going to remain a garage?
Yeah,
or
that
is
would,
the
that
rear-
would,
The one closest to the site.
exactly. And then that back one would be, there would be a man door put in there, just a 36-inch door, and then. Front of the new garage would start there. And I also picked 22 by 22 because to get a vehicle into a 20 by 22, so. It just, that angle would be pretty
severe, I figured I'd change my driveway. There's. So I think the addition would go like 12.5 feet into the back.
Where you were here for this, do you have any other questions? Do you have anything? Anything else to add? No? Do you have any questions, sir?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, thank you for coming. All right, we'll go for it. Of course, how much square foot in space is your house?
So top floor is 11-ish, and then we didn't count the basement, because it's not covered on all three sides. It's like it's the backyard, and then half that. I think that is. I think it's 13.6.
The recommended motion would be to grant the variance to investment subject to client. And also, to just remind you that there are, it's not very further surface. The plan progresses, you realize that there's a further surface issue you have to address. You need the variance.
That again.
I don't think you would close the employees. I don't think.
Short answer, yes.
Yes.
Is that tear up part of my file?
We're not doing what else.
I can work.
You can only act on the definitive, you can only act on the definitive plan
Yeah.
Board can act with it. So your setbacks,
What's presented to us.
setbacks are being granted. But the impervious surface, it's not even a condition there. A condition is the stormwater management. If this is what you built, stormwater management is correct. Everything else, I just told you, it's. Absolutely.
I would make that motion.
All those in favor for the requested variance for setback for 121 Brittany Drive? Aye. Aye.
Okay, you have a unanimous approval, you have a written decision within 45 days of today, and we can continue the progress, pushing the project forward with Mr. Conroy while you're with that. All right, good luck. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, thank you all for coming tonight.
Yeah.
8 o'clock, is that close enough, buddy?
I'm sitting here.
Yeah, my kids will be up still.
Wait, I'm in